More than just news, Behind the News, a brand new program featuring events from behind the news on Radio Sri Lanka.
The WHO is one of the leaders of a global alliance known as COVAX, the vaccine pillar of the ACT Accelerator collaboration, which is working to accelerate the development and manufacturing of COVID-19 vaccines and ensure that there is a fair and equitable access to these vaccines for all countries. COVAX will allocate vaccines across the countries according to a framework developed by a group that includes ethicists, scientists and other health experts and vetted by WHO's member states. Under this framework, COVID-19 vaccines will be rolled out in two phases. In the first phase, they will be allocated according to the population size to all participating countries at the same time, so as to provide enough vaccine to protect those people at greatest risk of infection and of severe disease, along with health workers at risk of transmission. In addition, the WHO led the development of a fair allocation framework that aims to ensure that successful COVID-19 vaccines and treatments are shared equitably across all countries. This framework is a key part of the Access to COVID-19 Tools ACT Accelerator, a global collaboration to accelerate development, production, and equitable access to COVID-19 tests, treatments, and vaccines. The framework advises that once safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines are authorized to use, all countries should receive doses in proportion to their population size to immunize the highest priority groups. In the second phase, vaccines would be continued to be deployed to all countries so that additional populations can be covered according to national priorities. COVAX aims to provide at least 2 billion vaccine doses by the end of 2021. Although that is not enough for everyone, it may be enough to end the acute stage of the crisis and put the world on the road to ending the pandemic. A range of vaccines is being used to reduce the people's chances of getting sick, needing hospital treatment or dying. The three vaccine frontrunners are those developed by Pfizer, BioNTech, Moderna and Oxford AstraZeneca. Pfizer and Moderna have been both developed RNA vaccines, a new approach that is incredibly quick to design. They inject a tiny fragment of the virus' genetic code into the body, which starts producing a part of the coronavirus and pushes the body to mount a defense. These have been approved for use in the UK, Europe and the US. The Oxford vaccine is subtly different as it uses the harmless virus to carry the same genetic material into the body. This has been approved in the UK and Europe. It is the easiest of the three to use and it can be stored in a fridge rather than needing very cold temperatures. All three are supposed to be given as 2 doses, but the UK is prioritizing giving as many people as possible the first dose and delaying the second. The WHO Strategically Advisory Group Experts SAGE has provided recommendations about which populations within a country should be prioritized first. These include frontline health and care workers at high risk of infection, older adults, and those people at high risk of deaths because of underlying conditions like heart disease and diabetes. In the second phase, the rollout, as more doses are produced, vaccines should go to groups less at risk of being infected or of suffering badly. There are other noteworthy vaccines even if they are not being used in Europe and the US. The Sinovac and CanSino and Sinopharm vaccines have been developed by scientists in China, and deals have been signed with other countries in Asia and South America. Around 1 million people in China reported to have been given the Sinopharm injection. Sputnik V vaccine developed by Russia's Gamaleya Research Center is also effective according to the latest stage trial results published in The Lancet. Some people have been immunized. The vaccine, which works in a similar way to the Oxford AstraZeneca and Janssen vaccines, has also been deemed to be safe. Another complete protection against hospitalization and death. In Sri Lanka, until the 2nd of February 2021, a total of 118,767 were vaccinated according to the strategies of the Epidemiology Unit of Sri Lanka.